welcome to Ines Noise Update. Today we're going to discuss Bitcoin and Ethereum, as Bitcoin has been seeing some volatility during the weekend, but most likely is bottomed out at this stage. Unfortunately, no camera today as my eyes are still not fixed, so I hope it will be done quite soon. But until then, we're just making updates without a camera. Before we're going to continue, do not forget to subscribe beneath and like the YouTube update, and also do not forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, where I'm producing daily content on the markets. So, looking at the Bitcoin structure here, we can see that the downside is getting bounced back quite swiftly. So the levels that we are watching for critical support is still the areas between 38 to 40k, and then second, this previous resistance flipping for support is also a key trigger here for continuation to be happening. When we're looking at the upside of the current structure, the price that we have to crack through is the entire region around 44.6, and if that one breaks, we are breaking this recent lower high, and then we are shifting the trend towards an uptrend. So at this stage we're stuck, right? So we're stuck in between price action and in between two levels, and therefore not breaking out yet. However, price has seen a very normal and healthy corrective move of about 25%. What we did see is that during this entire run we didn't really have any corrective move at all, and right now we are seeing one in which we are bouncing back quite swiftly from the critical range of support multiple times. So what we do see is that buyers are dipping, or buyers are getting interested in this zone, buying heavily, and price keeps bouncing back swiftly. So what we also know is that aside from this buyer's perspective and the amount of buyers being able to buy in this critical support zone, we also see the fact that we are making lower highs and lower lows. So at this point we are in a structure that is actually downtrending, but we are avoiding any new downwards momentum, as we are actually creating slightly higher lows, and we are seeing that there is actually a buyer's interest in this entire region. And if you want to sustain this market structure, then the conclusion might be that you don't really want to see it happening or dropping below 38k, as then the entire bullish structure is gone, and then I'm looking at any retest around 28. So at this point we're dipping into support. What is the critical level that we have to break if we want to clear this market structure? That is quite standard. The recent lower high is this block. So the entire region that we want to break through is this entire block here. If that one breaks, I think the path towards 47k is quite open, and then we are reversing the trend and you want to buy the dip once again. However, if we are zooming in a little bit more, we can see that we're currently acting in resistance. So what is most likely going to happen? Well, you might arguably say that we're in a falling wedge structure, in which you want to create a higher low over here, in which we can start breaking out. So this might be a falling wedge construction that is ready to make a breakout at some point. Sorry, I'm doing this wrong. This is the falling wedge construction. So I'm not assuming that we break out of this area in one go. If we do break this resistance, you know that we most likely are going towards 47k, and then this support resistance flip might be a great entry. However, when we are looking at the price action itself, we are facing resistance right now, in which the critical support is this entire block. If that one is lost, or we're getting a structure like this, you want to create a new higher low. And where do you want to do that? You want to do that on the previous or the next support resistance flip. So the entire level around 42k, that is the crucial area for me that has to sustain as support, based on the fact that it has been a resistance previously, becoming support, several bounces in this entire region, through which, if we want to create ourselves a higher low, this is the one that you want to go for if 44k can't really break to the upside. So that is what I'm looking at this stage. If 42k is lost, I think we're going to have another dive into the lows here, take the liquidity beneath the low before we're going to have an actual reversal at this stage. Looking at Ethereum, we get the exact same view, right? So we are looking at the levels of support, and that is still the area that we have been bouncing on, and we've also been stating all those different levels here. So the daily time frame remains the same, lower highs, lower lows, through which we might be facing a bigger run to the upside, but we're testing support multiple times here. So what you want to see here as well is a clear breakthrough of this recent high. If that one breaks, I think the path is going to continue, but you can see that it's the range high that we currently can't really break through. Level that I'm watching for a potential higher low, and I have to zoom in a little bit more, the level that I'm watching for a higher low is this entire region here. That is the mid-range, let's put it that way. So if we are reversing here, anything in this region between 29.20 to 29.70 is the level that I'm watching for a higher low construction. If that one is lost, the exact same view with Bitcoin is going to happen to Ethereum, as we might be facing a liquidity tap beneath the recent low. So I'll be looking at longs around this area. And if we break above this one, this high, you still want to see a flip happening here, because if it drops back into the range low, we're going to squeeze towards the other side, and then we get that retest. If we do break above 31.50, the next area of resistance that I'll be looking at is the entire region that we have around 34.50 and potentially around 33.60. That entire region is where I'll be looking at for a potential next resistance zone, which is quite similar to Bitcoin at 47k, and then I'm buying the dip if we get that chance. So at this stage, Ethereum and Bitcoin are both stuck into a range construction. Ethereum against Bitcoin is also just consolidating, but the good fact is we are bouncing from the support level that we have been stating as very important. And that means that we're still uptrending. So it's still likely that we're going to continue moving. It's also a good sign that when Bitcoin bounces, Ethereum against Bitcoin is bouncing as well. So the strength is still there in altcoins, through which we can see a Q4 that's going to be explosive for the entire crypto markets. I'll be back later today with a fresh new update. If you want to see some specific altcoins, please comment below. And also do not forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Have a wonderful day.